All right, any other questions? Sa? Sa?
Yes, my voice is hoarse. Greetings, everyone. I'm feeding the baby right now. Everyone, mostly everyone may know what happened with the visitor that we had, and then the fallout behind him, Shashank Anacaona, and your notice to friend Anacaona. I just wanted to know why Jaheem is friends with her and liking her posts.
All right, Jaheem, questions for you. Sa wants to know why you're still friends with Anacaona and why you're liking her post.
She wanted to know why what now?
You're still friends with Anacaona Cacica over in Belgium, who now has to go back to the Netherlands because she did not get her asylum.
Well, I would rather discuss that in private.
Why?
Huh?
Why? She called me a clone. So why do we need to discuss this in private?
Yeah, I understand. I understand that, but I didn't agree with, I didn't agree with the way that it was handled myself.
With the way I handled it?
I can't hear you.
With the way that I handled it?
Yeah, I felt like it should have been handled, in the private. I understand that he, disrespected your home by coming there smelling like that, but I just kind of felt like it should, I can't tell you how to handle your home, but I'm just saying, I think I would have tried to handle it, a little different. It's just, obviously he had a lot of respect for you, and honor to come from wherever he came to, to visit you. And, just to put him put him on blast, on Facebook, I just didn't feel like that was the proper way to go about doing it.
And I accept what you're saying for value and consideration with full reservation of my indigenous rights eternally. His race is black. Black has no standing at law. I don't have to consider his feelings. So I don't understand how people who I'm training are now getting empathetic to somebody who's black.
I understand that, Chief, but I'm just, okay, all right. But just because someone hasn't changed their status, does that give me the right the right to walk out of my house and see somebody that I know that hadn't I'm just using this as an example. Does that give me the right to walk out of my house and see somebody that I know that hasn't corrected their status, and I just disrespect them just because I know they don't have standing at law?
You can if you want to. That's within your right because they have no standing.
That's not me.
No, I didn't say you're going to. I said you can if you want to. The point is how you want to approach it. If you're doing business with somebody, they're black, you're honoring what? The contract. You're not disrespecting, you're carrying yourself out cordially, etc. However, this was in our home and secure party, and he's a debtor. So again, I don't comprehend people that I'm training, why they're feeling they don't like the way that I handled the issue. And I said, well, this is actually a public service announcement in terms of if people run into him, he's not going to clean himself, because my mate offered to him here when we get back. We took him out for dinner. This is what people don't even, ain't nobody called me and asked me what happened. Everybody's saying, I don't like the way Chief handled that. Why didn't you call me? Everybody's got my phone number. So
I did. That's why I didn't comment on it. I didn't say anything about it.
Accept it for value and consideration. So now I'm telling everybody, unfriend her and block the woman because she's a damn hothead. She's had three times with me that I forgave this woman. And so again, the point of the matter here is the guy is black in my house stinking. And I'm saying, no, I gotta say something. I can't just sit there and not put this out into the public. It was a private contract. He called the morning. I'm up feeding my daughter. He calls. I call back because I don't know the number. He says, yeah, I'm coming out there. He tried to get a flight for Saturday. He couldn't. He got a flight for Sunday. Said, okay, great. See you on Sunday. Offer, meeting of the minds, acceptance, and compliance. So I didn't think I'd have to tell somebody that's coming that distance to clean themselves up, or if they're, hey, can I borrow your shower? I've been on this plane since midnight, da-da-da-da. Fine, cool. So he doesn't do that, doesn't bring it up, still wearing his construction boots because he said he does drywall. So I'm seeing the sheetrock on the toes of his boots. I said, no, you got to put these boots in a I had to take a white garbage bag and put them in there. I said, no, we're not with our daughter, none of that. And so the whole time he was in here, I never let him stay anywhere in our house except in here. And then we said, okay, let's go out to eat. We go to a vegetarian. Offered him food. He didn't want food. She offered him water. He didn't want no water. We went out to eat. We go out to eat. And then before we go eat, I go wash my hands. I come out. By the time I turned around, I see somebody in the corner of my eye saying, man, this bathroom stinks. And then when I got to the table, I'm like, where is he? And Sa's telling me, oh, he went to the bathroom. I said, what? How does that happen? And I said, oh, when I was pulling the paper towels, when I swung around, he was coming in, so I didn't see him. But I heard him say, this bathroom stinks. I said, oh, probably when he walked in, the air from the bathroom hit him and he smelled himself. And he was very vocal about that. So then afterward, I go warm the car up. I say, hey, I'm warming the car up. Sa offers him, you know what, when we get home, you know, would you like to wash up? I can give you a towel or something you can wash up because you got to go on the plane. He refused. Nobody's asking me. Everybody's upset at the way that I dealt with it. And I have to remind people, fuck black people. And if you have a problem with that, then you really are not listening or learning a damn thing from what I'm telling you. We had a private contract. That should be a known. He's 23 years old. That should be a given. You coming from so far away, the least you could do is be clean. So now he's black, he's a debtor, he's disrespected, he went out of his way, stepped out of his limited liability, decides he wants to rock our daughter's chair for the car seat, wants to rock that while she's, you know, making some noise. So he's trying to comfort our daughter and decides he wants to do that. Like, no. But again, nobody asked me. People saw the picture, and the picture wasn't even directed to no secure party, no Autochthon, nobody indigenous. It says specifically for those who are between the 18 and 35-year-old demographic, if you come out here, make sure you keep your hygiene managed. And so he is black. That's what comes with black. Fuck them. If I'm doing business with them, yes, I'm going to stay in honor with the contract that I have with them, because that's what commerce. I'm not going to be swinging on them like they do at the McDonald's because I didn't get a straw. This is a situation. He came to see me. I didn't ask for him. He wanted to see. I want to learn spirituality. I want to sit at the feet, learn from you, learn from your mate. Fine. So I'm saying that picture was directed specifically for those people who fit that demographic. The old saying is, if the shoe fits, let them wear it. So whoever responded to it is on that frequency. Whoever is sitting there, and I'm saying, look, unfriend Anacaona, unfriend Shishak, and they don't, I say, you can't say you with me. No way. The woman calls me a clone, and we just went through my CV yesterday on the white female support group, and there it is. I did a letter for her to the Child Protective Services in the Netherlands. And now you're going to call me a clone? No. Her documentation she got from me is still valid. What I've done for her is still valid. But when they come to me for a character reference for Anacaona, I'm going to say, no, that woman needs anger management classes. She needs counseling. Because that's the highest level of disrespect ever. I'm helping you. Nobody even knows. This is why I'm going to let you all know. And I stress you all to ask me questions, so this way you have a full picture of what's going on. Child Protective Services, Jaheem, called me on their dime from the Netherlands. And I spoke with them trying to get into the, okay, release. Why are you holding the sons? You're violating international law, etc., giving Anacaona the time to speak. So everything was going very amicably. What happens toward the end? Anacaona says, well, if you stop me from teaching my children, seeing my boys and seeing my children, that's not going to happen. You're going to have to kill me in order for that to stop. I got the audio recording of the whole conversation. So now that puts me in a bad light because they're already dealing with her in the Netherlands. And so her own sons are like, we want our mother there, but my mother, they said we just want our mother to sit over the side because she gets too mad. So now Auset is out there in a bad light thanks to Anacaona. I'm sitting there trying to reopen conversation and discussion with Child Protective Services in the Netherlands to keep that open, and that door was shut because she made that statement, they're gonna have to kill me. Then a week later, she gets jacked up on the street by the police, and I told her, I said, what the hell is wrong with you? These guys kill people for a living. That ain't nothing for them. That's easy meat.
I understand where you come from. I mean, and I agree. I don't condone her choice of words, but with me, it really didn't have anything to do with Anacaona. My thing was I'm telling you from my point of view.
I accept your point of view for valuable consideration with reservation of my indigenous rights eternally.
I didn't agree with the way that from what I saw, like you say, I didn't know the whole story, but I didn't agree with what I saw with what you posted on Facebook. And the other guy, whatever his name is, I don't know, Shishong or whatever his name.
Yeah.
From what I read, I didn't see where he disrespected you in the beginning. I didn't see where he disrespected you until, and when he I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was something to the effect of could you at least take his picture off the internet or something like that.
No, that was Sandu that said to take his picture down, and Shashank was the one that said, oh, you put his business out there. And I'm sitting there looking at him, who I know Shashank, Sandu I know, Anacaona I know, and I'm sitting there like, this is interesting. Everybody forgot the fact that this kid's black.
Yeah,
I said, this is very revealing to me.
I understand that, Chief, but I mean,
no, you don't. Jaheem, you can't tell me you understand that.
I deal with people on an individual basis. I know I have family members that are still black on paper, but yeah. I'm not going to disrespect somebody all because they're not white on paper. I deal with a person from a spiritual point of view.
I'm not saying that.
I'm going to say.
Yes. So, okay. So you already started off the conversation saying he disrespected our house, right?
Yeah.
Am I correct?
I understand that part. Yes.
No. Did you say that? I just want to make sure I'm clear.
Some people, yes. Some people.
Okay. So he did disrespect. So if he disrespects, we go back to the old adage. Jaheem, we go back to the old adage, a man's house is a castle. If you disrespect the castle, I can settle this any way I so choose. So I don't still get people who I'm training taught to be white are upset with me.
I'm not upset. That's why I didn't come. I'm not upset. That's why I didn't comment on I didn't comment on the post at all.
Yeah, I understand that, but you're still friends with Anacaona.
Okay, but okay. If I didn't agree,
Anacaona jumped to the aid of Shashank, and we know that Shashank is giving Anacaona funds. So when I asked Anacaona, go ahead.
What I felt like Anacaona from my perspective, and like I said, it don't have anything to do with her because most of the people that's on my friend list, I don't know them. I don't know most of them anyway. Most of the people that are on my friend list sent me friend requests because they were friends with somebody else. That's not my point. My point is, okay, if I don't agree with something, then someone tell me, well, you do this here or else. And if I didn't agree with it from the ground floor, then I honestly don't see why I should have to unfriend anyone. It doesn't matter about Anacaona. It could have been anybody. I kind of felt like it started off wrong from Jump Street.
Okay, so you're saying your opinion, you're entitled to that. You feel I was wrong putting that guy's picture up there.
I can't say whether you were wrong or not.
No, there's no straddle here. There's no straddle.
All I'm saying is,
Jaheem, there's no straddle here.
I wouldn't have done it that way.
I accept that, and I accept that. But I'm asking you, point blank, you just said you did not agree with what I did. True or false?
No, I did.
Pardon?
No, I did not agree with it, but it wasn't my affair. That's the reason why I didn't comment on it. I did not agree. I didn't have the whole story. I don't know what actually went on there. All I saw was what you posted on Facebook, and what you posted on Facebook, I didn't not agree with it. And that's the reason I just stayed out of it. I didn't comment on it.
So that's perfect. That's perfect.
When I got the text to unfriend Anacaona, it could have been anybody. It could have been anybody. This is how I am. If somebody does something and I don't agree with that, and then someone else comes along and then they get in it, and then that person, whatever they say, is not right. So
so that's fine. Jaheem, I get that part. We're past that.
Back to the beginning. I go back to first base.
Yeah, I get that, Jaheem. As far as you don't agree with it, you didn't comment. That was just that's it. Perfect. Accept it. Now we're past that. Now we're dealing with the fact that because Anacaona supported Shashank, and I'm saying, look, I helped this woman for 3 years with her legal issues. She was on the 7-day communication for free. She wasn't contributing toward that. Y'all were essentially supplementing her. And I said, okay, you're doing, trying to get your asylum. Okay, so come on the webinar so we can, again, keep the light on her, etc. Great. So now here it is. I'm saying, look, this guy disrespected us. Shashank said, hey, why did you put his stuff out there? I'm like, hold on. You're a secure party. Shashank is. Got his certificate, everything. Why are you commenting on a matter that was dealing with this guy and the people who fit that demographic or to whomever it was applied to?
But did you put it out there for you put it? Why did you put it out there if you didn't want nobody to comment on it?
No, I didn't say I didn't want anyone to comment on it. I put it out there, and he said, "Why are you putting the guy's business out there?" And I said, "Hold on a second. Black has no standing at law, and now he's white and is arguing in behalf. He didn't call me first. He went and commented in the public on a private contract that I came publicly to inform the public of what contractual breaches were done privately. Understand?
Okay, I understand that. And the reason why you unfriended him was because he didn't call you. He didn't agree with it, right? And he didn't call you and let you know that he didn't agree with it. Okay,
not because he didn't agree with it.
Why couldn't I choose? Why couldn't I choose to just stay out of it and not get involved? No way. Why couldn't I just choose that?
Yeah, you did. You just told me you did.
Okay, but why am I being forced to unfriend anybody?
Nobody's forcing you.
Because
no one's forcing you.
I'm not taking her side. I'm not taking
Yes,
anybody's side.
Yes, you are.
Okay, how
Yes,
am
you
I
are.
taking somebody's side?
Yes, because Martin Luther King said, if you see oppression and say nothing, you've taken the side of the oppressor. I'm gonna play this video here now. The guy's boxing tonight, Manny Pacquiao. This is it right here.
And a win would mean so much to you. Explain a little bit on how it is turning the page for you.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I don't fuck with you, bro. I don't fuck with you. You be talking too much shit about me on Twitter, bro. And I'm gonna let you get it. Yeah, you bitch ass nigga. I'm gonna let you know. And I'm just being real, bro. Like I just already feel like you against me. So
I'm not against anybody, but this isn't about me. It's about you.
I'd rather Roy Jones or Stephen A. Smith ask me some questions. I don't fuck with you.
Okay, that's fine. So, Adrian, we'll go to some of to your trainer, Kevin Cunningham. Kevin, you talked about the
gang. If I don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you.
Well, I think it's their choice, isn't it?
Man, gang. You know what that means? Gang. Take the L out of lover. It's over, brother.
Well, Kevin, what do you say to all this? He's done. All right.
Okay, and so what I have here is the etymology of gang, and it's from Old English gang, a going, a journey, a way, a passage. And Old Norse ganger, a group of men, a set, both from Proto-Germanic, gangas, source also of Old Saxon, Old Frisian, Danish, Dutch, Old High German, German gang, etc. So my point being this, when somebody tells me they're not on anybody's side, I have a problem with that, because you're not, that means there's no commitment there. I'm telling people, unfriend her. Hold on, I'm speaking. Hold on, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. Raheem, I'm speaking. I'm telling people for their own protection, unfriend the woman because she's a loose cannon. Now, if you don't want to do that, Jaheem, I'll accept that. I'll unfriend you on Facebook. I'm honoring the rest of the contracts and business arrangements that we have. But that woman is a fucking danger. And anybody that's connected to her is going to be in danger. We had Shemsu that didn't want to agree with it. And then when Sa had to explain to him, do you all realize the interconnectedness going on with these computers? Anacaona is a damn hothead. They're sick of her in the Netherlands. So they're going to do what? Guilt by association. So you might be very calm, relaxed, etc., but they're looking at her, well, anybody who's a friend with this woman has to be off the wall. They have to be similar to her. So I said, okay, I'm telling people, unfriend her. I'm the one that's qualified to say that because I've been helping this woman for 3 years. I'm the one saying, look, unfriend her. If you don't, I'm going to unfriend you. If you don't want to unfriend her, that's your choice, Jaheem. I will unfriend you on Facebook. You can be guaranteed about that. I'm talking about contracts. I'm not getting into no damn emotion. Right? Shashank was the one that said, oh, this was deplorable what I did. He should have asked me first. This is how you think I'm training you all. You have a private contract. The person dishonors privately. What do? Bring it to the public. I did the exact same thing. I stayed consistent with what I teach you and what I do. This kid is black, and people are running to his defense and choosing him, who's a debtor over me. I said, this is interesting. Then the secondary ones are, okay, they didn't comment because they know it had nothing to do with them. Cool. Unfriend her. Now they're like, no, I'm not picking no sides. I have nothing to do with that. No, you do have something to do with it, because I'm telling you, she called me a clone. Hold on. I'm not finished speaking yet. When I'm finished, I'll let you speak, Jaheim. We cool? The thing is this. If I'm at the UN, applied for the job at the UN, she calls me a clone. They're going to look at that. That nullifies your claim. I'm like, I don't think people are seeing this. Jaheim, I didn't say that she called you a clown. A clone. Jaheim, what I saw. All right, go ahead, Chief. I'm like, we're trying to work this out here, and I'm giving you information, and then I'm gonna yield and listen to you speak. Okay. So the point of the matter here is, she didn't say I was a clone prior to me writing letters on her behalf to Child Protective Services in the Netherlands, prior to me to getting on a conference call with her in the Netherlands. She had no problem with that. She loved all that. I'm telling her, unfriend Shishon. She won't do it because he probably, well, not probably, no, he's been giving her money. So now she's putting her contract with him, which is second to me, helping her to get her sons back. I'm putting myself out there, Atsikata out there, and now because I'm saying no, unfriend him, not because you won't let us speak. No, you could speak. But the thing is, you're a secure party. You know this guy's black. So if you come into the defense of somebody who's black and wrong, and this is what people are overlooking, the man is wrong the way he presented himself at 23, they're defending that. I said, that means people have no sense of hygiene. They don't care about hygiene. They don't care about cleanliness. And you're picking this dirt bum who's living, basically homeless. You're picking him over me. I said, okay, fine. Unfriend him to protect yours. Unfriend Anacaona, because she, of course, was helping Shishon to protect you all from anything, because we don't know what we're doing. And I find out yesterday, Anacaona is going around to other people looking for help. So she's just grabbing at anybody to try to help her. And I'm telling you all, as a protection for yourself, if you value anything I taught you, you unfriend her. But if you want to stay friends with her, I'm unfriending you on Facebook. So go ahead, John. I'm all ears. Okay. If the guy didn't stink, would it have changed the fact that he was black? We wouldn't have had this conversation. Okay. Before he came there, you didn't know he was black? Oh, I knew he was black before he came here. So if you already knew that he was black, then why did you allow him to come anyway? Everybody you've been on our webinar, correct? Yeah. Okay, when you came on our webinar, you were black, weren't you? Yeah. Okay, so did I refuse you from coming on the webinar? No, you didn't refuse me from coming on the webinar, but if you already knew that he was black before he came, and like I said earlier, I just feel like that whether he was black or not, that it could have been handled in a different way. That's just me. I'm 53 years old, and I didn't get to be 53 years old by disrespecting people. Okay. And I didn't say anything about disrespect. I said you honor your contracts. However, if somebody who's black dishonors your contract privately, what you gonna do, Jaheim? You gonna keep it to yourself, or you gonna go public? I gotta go public. But I mean, like I said, I think it could have been handled, a little different from the way it was. I mean, but I can't. That's your business. I can't tell you how to run your business. Okay, good. So then what's the problem? I do have a right to. I have a right to disagree with something that I don't agree with. And I accept your right. Have I told you you were wrong for disagreeing with me? No. Okay, I simply said unfriend Anacaona. She's a damn liability. I'm at the UN. UN is emailing me to apply for the UN Office of High Commission for Human Rights. Our inputs are there They're publishing the questionnaires I'm doing. That means I have credibility, or as I prefer to say, debitability, to say, okay, they acknowledge what we're doing. They accept what we're doing. They accept the inputs. They're publishing the inputs. I'm going to protect our nation and as well the people I have contracts with from any potential liability. The Anacaona is a liability. But if you want to stay friends with her, that is your choice. I am unfriending you on Facebook. I'm honoring the contracts that we have. This is just a separate issue with Anacaona. You choose to be friends with her, fine. You can do that. But I want to let you know something. They contacted Anacaona, and apparently they're saying that one of her ex-husbands was involved in guns and drugs. So they're looking at her, they're saying she was participating in that as a conspiracy. So they're going through her list of all the people who are friends with her internationally, and they're going to see, because she got to go back to the Netherlands now. And that's something new they want to bring up as it relates to her sons. So again, you can stay friends with her if you want. I'm dealing in logic. I'm not dealing in emotion, and you're dealing in emotion. I never said disrespect any black person. You go out, you be honorable to everybody. However, keep in mind, if they dishonor you and they're black, no, they get scorched. Friend, family, grandmother, it doesn't matter. If they disrespect you, if they're being honorable toward you, you stay honorable toward them. You're honoring the planes of existence. So all I'm saying is unfriend. That's all I said. Unfriend Anacaona. That's all I said. But again, I know about her and what she's involved in the liability, because she's not accomplishing anything now. Now she's getting desperate. But you can stay friends with her. Like I'm sticking with my man here, gang. If I don't fuck with Anacaona, anybody rolling with me ain't fucking with her. And if people think that's a disagreeable attribute, you try. Or let's go to a nice flick. What was it? Trading Places, Eddie Murphy. When they set Dan Aykroyd up to ruin his life and he tried to go back to the country club to clear his name, all the Amorites around there said, we don't want you in your drugs. Get out of here. That's how Amorites do. So for those of you wanting to get to that level of nobility, we have to start looking at what's on paper. Actions, facts, not emotion. So I leave it to you as to what you want to do. But as far as she's concerned, anybody that's friends with her, I'm not going to be friends with you. So I'm giving everybody a caveat and advance notice. Anything else you want to say, Jaheim? I'm all ears.
Overstood.
Accepted for value and consideration. Sa?
Yeah, Delvita responded in the group message that I sent about Anacaona. I want her to explain how she thinks this was going to be resolved over time, how she could speak.
Okay, Sa was saying, because Sa's voice is hoarse, that she responded to a group chat on Facebook saying that she's not going to unfriend Anacaona, and she feels that this can be resolved over time. So Sa wants to know, Delvnika, how do you feel this is going to be resolved over time?
Sorry, could you repeat that, Chief?
Yes. Sa wants to know, how do you feel that statement that you left on Facebook that you're not going to unfriend her? First, you said you didn't know you were friends with her, and then you said you're not gonna unfriend her because you feel that it's gonna get resolved over time.
Yeah, well,
and so Sa wants to know, how do you think this is gonna get resolved over time?
Well, I didn't know all of the circumstances, just what was said on Facebook, and because you were claiming that she was calling you that she calls you a clone. And like it all started out with when, and I don't know who Shishang is, when he I think Yahi mentioned it earlier, that when he made his statement, everything was was respectful. And then when she came along, she was questioning the behavior, and though she used the wrong choice of words, I thought that was in a respectful manner as well. So it just seemed like as if you wanted to unfriend anyone who was just going against what you said.
Okay. Okay. And anybody who knows me, it takes a lot for me to unfriend somebody on Facebook. And if I say unfriend somebody, there's a reason for it. If people want to know the reason, they got this phone number here. And like I said, there's Auset called and Anu called as far as the secure parties. There's other secure parties that were like, yeah, I'll just unfriend her, and left it at that.
Mm-hmm. And so she was a liability before she made that comment, but you were still friends with her.
Yeah, helping her out of sake for her sons. And that was the reason. And then she's in Belgium. She has 7. She lost that, so she got 7 days to leave and go back to the Netherlands. So out of her sons, I said, okay. And it looked like she changed from that, her making that statement to the Child Protective Services in the Netherlands. I said, okay, it looks like she's finally getting it. She's relaxing. She knows she's got to be strategic. You can't be saying stuff flippantly like that. Okay, fine. And I accepted that. Said, okay, so let's continue. I'll help you best that I can based on what you got, and we go from there. And then for her to say this, that's disrespectful, period.
Right. Okay.
So Sa had a question here. Why isn't her calling me a clone enough to unfriend her? And she's addressing this to you and to Jaheem because her voice is shot.
I guess in my case, I didn't see. I mean, she was referring to both you and the gentleman, and she was referring to your behavior.
Yes.
And so, so I didn't see her as directly calling you a clone. And just so just some other things I didn't understand, until most of it was explained.
Okay, so let me put this in another term that you may comprehend. If you help a female out and she couldn't feed her children, you say, here's a couple $100, go get some groceries. And then afterwards she does something, you check her on that, and then she starts to call you a dog. And you're like, hold on, I gave this woman came to my door crying, she ain't got no money to get groceries for her children. I give her some funds, and then this is how she responds to me. How would you feel?
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Okay.
Understandably.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. Okay, so, because I think, okay, Abijat.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I just wanted to say, first, I should say much appreciation for explaining the whole situation to those who may not have reached out to you. And I think the explanation you gave is solid, that you are letting folks, autochthones know that they need to realize, I think, that this is a lot higher than just a public statement on Facebook, so to speak, because we're talking about one that we would say is a chief of, if not even included, our nation right now, a nation. If you made a statement like that to a so-called president or a person in any other nation, most of them would get their heads chopped off, or they'd be locked up, or they'd be something like that. So, and I spoke briefly with Jaheim, and and I was saying that people do have to realize that this is about more than just Facebook. It's about coming together, being unified. It's about the position that a chief would have, and though you may not agree with the decision, certainly to call and say what's going on privately first would be a good thing to do. And you have never had a problem with an explanation as to your position. So I appreciate your full explanation on it and giving us the details. I haven't checked on Facebook. I haven't gone on. I don't know whether I'm friends with either one of them. I don't even know the one other guy. So I will be checking when I get off. And if I am friends with her, I have no problem unfriending her to first of all, be in correct positioning as it relates to our contracts, because that contract is one that I would not want to be associated with either, especially provided your explanation. So that's all I have for that.
Okay, much appreciated for that, Abijah. And just one other thing I want to add to that. We have business arrangements. Some of us have a LLC. We're doing other business arrangements. I can't allow for her to make a statement like that to jeopardize work that we're doing. So those actions are actions like a black devil. She's going down. Now she wants to bring everybody down with her. So I'm telling people out of care and consideration, regardless of how it looks, I don't give a damn how it looks. I'm dealing with facts. I've dealt with her. I've had to call her out, jack her up, scream at her on the phone, and tell her to get in line. And she won't do it. And then when she's desperate, she does do it. So now it's like, okay, that last part there about the G, the guns and the drugs and stuff, and they're looking at her as being part of a, like a El Chapo type of thing. I said, what? I said, okay, this is while she was going through the, her, asylum. So they just recently brought that up. And the reason, because she's attacking the foster parents from Curacao. They are corrupt. And one of the guys was doing something, and his brother, who's a politician, covered for him. So they warned Anacaona not to go after them, because they said when they do that, stuff happens to people. She still wants to go full steam ahead. Now, I got to consider everybody else and what we're doing with her. I said, no, cut that bitch the fuck off. Unfriend her. Anybody wants to get stupid with me and stay friends with her, go right ahead. Because anybody comes to me afterward bitching about her, they're going to get their fucking ass supernova. Because I said, I told you, and if you really want, ask me. I'm telling you all to ask. But see, what I'm finding is people don't want to ask, because then they're going to be held responsible for what they know. That's what I complain about. Black people. I'm not expecting that from secure parties and people who say they're white. Chief, why are you saying that? Okay, here's the reason why. I never liked that growing up where parents would say, don't do this. Well, why? Nope, just don't do it. No explanation. I'm like, no, I'm flipping that. I'm like, I'm going to give you an explanation, but you got to ask me. Everybody on here has my phone number, fax number, SAWS phone number, email, tweet, WhatsApp, and anybody who really had an issue with it could have called me, which was Shashank and Anacaona. So then I asked her, who are you with? You with him or you with me? Oh, I'm not with anybody. When I hear people say stuff like that, I don't trust them. Straight up. Because that means you're not committed to nobody, but you want everybody to be committed to you.
Not possible.
No, that's why I like this video. I was playing this video so long. Let me make sure I put it in the chat for those who ain't never saw that, and I know a couple people came in. I play this thing. This make me laugh my head off, right? And what was the issue? The boxer told the guy, you talk a lot of shit about me on Twitter. This is off script, live, everything. Yeah, you bitch ass nigga.
I think it's worthy of another play, Chief.
And a win would mean so much to you. Explain a little bit on how it is turning the page for you.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I don't fuck with you, bro. I don't fuck with you. You be talking too much shit about me on Twitter, bro. And I'm gonna let you get
me?
Yeah, you bitch ass nigga. I'm gonna let you know. And I'm just being real, bro. Like, I just already feel like you against me. So
I'm not against anybody, but this isn't about me, it's about you.
I'd rather Roy Jones or Stephen A. Smith ask me some questions. I don't fuck with you.
Okay, that's fine. So, Adrian, we'll go to some of to your trainer, Kevin Cunningham. Kevin, you talked about the
it's gang. If I don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you.
Well, I think it's their choice, isn't it?
Man, gang. You know what that means? Gang. Take the L out of the lover. It's over, brother.
Well, Kevin, what do you say to all this? He's done. All right.
Okay. So this is what it is. So this is the D word called discipline. This is not about feelings. This is not about emotions. This is a woman that has a track record of conduct. And I said, no, at the point you call me a clone, she's saying all of that I did for her don't mean anything. Then she's saying that to you all. Y'all think she's not. She references me. She's referencing y'all. So if we don't go after her via blockage and unfriending, then you should not be surprised if certain things happen. This is the reality of what's going on out here. And this is why I have to sit there. No, we got LLC, we got other contracts. I said, no, that's other people's lives involved here. So I'm like, nope, unfriend her. Anybody who unfriended her without even having to call to find out what was going on, they overstand me. The ones who are sitting there getting all emotional, well, call me. And they don't call, they're getting emotional. Like I said again, I'll say it. I don't care who it pisses off. Fuck black people. Point blank, fuck them. You can stay honorable. And I said stay honorable with your contracts. However, there's a word called financial risk tolerance, where they do an assessment of how much, or a financial stress test. What is the amount of stress? So in this case with black people, what is their stress tolerance? That if something serious happens, you know, okay, they'll do the right thing. We've seen too many people who are up there, too many of them have, flipped, and we thought they were solid with who they were with, and they flip on them. I'm not playing that stuff, and I've told people that. I've not hidden my philosophy on that. This is their contract. So it's at my discretion whether I want to treat them nice or not. As long as I honor the contracts, if they're a contractor, if they're a business person, yeah, you honor that. But I know that for anything that law, they don't have standing. Let's see. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, I noticed that Star wrote something down here. I'm not friends with, that was you. I'm not friends with Anacaona.
Okay.
Yeah, I unfriended her, but
block her too.
Huh?
Block her as well. Don't just unfriend, block.
Yeah, after you I saw that up there, Shashing or whatever his name is, and the other guy, they came to my page, and I said, well, okay, what are they on this page for? And so I took and I unfriended him as well. Yes. Yeah, and I will block him. But I noticed, I was just letting you know that yeah, I did. Okay, I was waiting for Anacaona to blow up. You know, I didn't know her like that, but it was things I sensed about her, and I've never met her. So there you go. All right.
Okay, so Sa put in people who are still friends with Anacaona is Jahim, Akila, Delvniga, Chata, Imhotep, Galalahi. She's in Jamaica, so I can't reach her. Probably got the call. Nix Kamish, Taruk, and Tawa. Let me see here. Okay, so now the email. Are you talking about the screenshot, Sa?
Yeah.
Okay.
The question I asked for Jahim is, who did he think Anacaona was talking about?
He's not on. Oh, Jahim's back. Okay. So the question you asked for Jahim was, who did he think Anacaona was what? Oh, I think that post you liked that she made was directed toward.
Say that again.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Revealing it was not gang from secure parties. Okay, did Sa put it in? I sent the screenshot. What was it? Sa, where's the, okay, Jahim.
It's Anacona's pick.
Pardon?
Open that one.
What, the screenshots?
Open Jahim likes Anacona's pick email.
Can you put that in the chat? I'm really having a hard time hearing you. Jahim, who do you think that post you liked that she made was directed toward?
What post did she?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out here. Okay, so the second email. Okay, let's see here. Okay, can you get that other one, Sa, please? Oh yeah, this is the one here where she said, sometimes you gotta sit back. This is 35 minutes, what was the time, 4:30. So that'd have been 6:30 Eastern. Sometimes you gotta sit back and let them think you a fool, and they'll eventually expose themselves, and you like that. You thumbs that up, Jaheim. So Sa wants to know, who did you think that she was making reference to?
Anacaona, she shared that from my Facebook page, and after she shared it, then I just hit like on it after she shared it.
Okay, so this is your page.
Yeah.
Oh, this was your post because it says she shared a post, so this was your post.
Yeah.
Okay, so you thumbs that up because it was your post that she shared. Okay, got it. Let's see. Okay, so what do we got here? First email.
And like I was saying earlier, when I happened to go on Facebook and I saw the post and I saw what Anacaona what she posted, the first thing came to my mind is how she said it. It's like, you know, I didn't see that she was directly calling you a clown. She said what's going on? Like,
no, she said both.
Like she was shocked. She
said both of y'all are clones.
No,
I said, yes, she did. Akila's nodding her head right here. Akila's right there. I got a witness. So Akila, unmute your mic. Tell him.
She said she said what's both going on? As far as I know, all of you are clones. That's what I
okay. So she said both, but I'll take what you're saying. All of you are
conversation,
clones.
Yeah.
So if she's saying all of you are clones, me, you, Jaheim, are a clone. Akila's a clone. Yeah. Delvniga's a clone. That's what she's saying, and I'm like, nobody's gonna call her out on that. I said, no, you're done. That's what she's called for her to say a clone. And says all, so we'll take that right, because it's fresh. So Jaheim, she's saying all of us are clones. She's basically saying that all that you all have as far as claiming your indigenousness is a hologram. It's a mirage. And you don't feel she needs to get checked for that?
I mean, yeah. If that's what she meant, yeah. But when I read it, that's not how I perceived it.
Well, Akila perceives it that way. So just like a spoiled brat, when they can't get what they want to bring everybody down with them. That's a black person. And I'm going out stating it so you can hear it. I'm telling you that woman is a black devil.
I understand.
So y'all can, for those of you who still want to stay friends with her, y'all can fuck around if y'all want. I'm not fucking with her. Gang. And so we're precise about this, so there's no misinterpretation. A going, a journey, a way, a passage. There's a code of conduct in how we're acting. That's why we got close to 200 people that's on the ban list, because why? They don't know how to act. We're not trying to get 2 or 3 million people in Asakata or 2 million people with certificates from it. I'm not interested in that. I'm looking for what? Quality over quantity. Because you can have one person that can do as much damage as 1 million people. That's a quality, a toxin, a quality per individual that's indigenous, or a quality indigen. But not a whole group of people that are all acting wild, that have no sense of limitation. Hey, let me not do that. because I got on her, Anacaona, about this before in the past. And I said, you're supposed to be taking martial arts, then you're supposed to be strategic about what you're doing stuff. Your boys are hostages. So you have to conduct yourself delicately. It's a very delicate position, and she's still trying to go throw her weight around like she's in charge. So I was like, no. Like I said, I'm so glad that this happened because it really opened my eyes to a lot of things. It's really opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. Point blank, he's black. He violated a private contract with me. I'm putting him out in the public, and the people I'm teaching is questioning me as well. That was handled wrong. I'm like, huh? Black has no stand in that law. He violated the private contract, and I still had to tell him when I dropped him off at the airport, next time, be more amenable. And I did like this to let him know, you need to be more amenable. So obviously, because we weren't saying anything, he knew that was messing with him. So wherever the picture shows and floats up, his people see it, that will be a relief for people that if they see him, if he stinks, guess what they're going to tell him? You stink. Because if he feels he's familiar with me and I tell him you stink, he's not going to feel that. But if people who are strangers that see him on the street, oh yeah, you the guy that stink up a guy's place, his reputation will precede him. He'll have to what? Change. So I was doing him a favor. This is why I understand sometimes masters are misunderstood by the people that they're training, because they're not doing a thorough job of asking a question of what's going on. No emotion. This is not about feelings. Fuck feelings. This is about how did this person interact with you? Are they honoring the contract with you? Are they being agreeable, amenable? If they're dishonoring, you have every right to go say, hey, forget it. If you go to them, hey, let's settle this, let's fix this, and they still don't want to fix it, boom. That's what I'm teaching y'all to do. Y'all are jacking up the IRS, you're jacking up all these other people, and then all of a sudden, unfriend Anacaona, oh, I can't do that. Come on. A way, a going, a journey, a passage. We told you all this in the beginning. This is not for the weak of heart. You get into real estate, they tell you in real estate, be unemotional in real estate. This ain't about feelings. It's okay. What's the numbers? How much is this property valued at? What's the ARV? That is all logic, numbers. It ain't about no emotions. I've yet to see anybody with emotions and where they are guided by strictly their emotions become successful. Let me see here.
Okay, so I see Del understood. So what does that mean, Delvega?
What are you saying, Sa?
Delvega said overstood in the chat. Okay. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so Sa wants to know, when you said overstood, Delvega, Sa wants to know, she said, so what are you going to do, Delvega?
I'll unfriend her if I find that I'm still friends with her.
What do you mean if you find out you are friends with her?
Say that again?
Yeah, you're still you're friends with her.
That's I showed you a picture that you're friends with her.
Sa showed you a picture that you're friends with her. And that's why you said, with all due respect, what was it? With all due respect, I
respectfully decline.
Respectfully decline on friendly Anacaona. That's what you said earlier. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, and that you were remorseful.
And you were remorseful and said that this situation would resolve itself. And so that's why I saw her first question to you is, well, how do you think this issue is going to get resolved? So you're friends with her.
It's going to be resolved because it was between you all.
So it is what it is.
Well, I blocked you, Delvita, because of that on Facebook.
Okay, so Sa says she blocked you on Facebook because of that.
All right.
Yeah, just like that guy in the video. Okay, so blah, 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 blah. That's what I'm saying. I don't trust you and Jaheim at this point. Because you all don't have
Sa says she doesn't trust you or Jaheim at this point.
Because you lack discernment. You've been in this for too long to not be able to recognize what's going on here.
All right, that's fine. Acceptable.
No commitment. Very revealing.
All right, so that's clear.
It's clear.
Okay, who's got another question?
Greetings, Chief. It's Sikya.
Greetings, Sikya.
I saw something on Facebook about the Cash App. I use it a lot. Is it still safe to use?
I saw that too. I think, what was that girl's amount? She was doing like $1,500?
Yeah, and I'm like, I've never known them that they could withdraw money from out of your bank account. I thought that I would be in total control using that app. So
I would suggest calling Cash App. Is there a number you can call them?
I don't know. I don't know.
I know some of these tech companies now, they're getting so slick that they want the fiat and everything. They might give you an address, but as far as calling somebody, it's like there's no phone call or nothing. They want to do everything through email. So that's one of the freaky things.
Okay, so
because I saw the video, and then the guy told her, well, hold on, if you want to get your $1,500 back, you're gonna have to give us 15. Oh no, he said if you want, I'll give you $1,500 and I'll give you back 3,000.
Right? Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, so I'm like, I don't think I want to use Cash App no more because you run into a problem. You want your funds immediately.
So I don't know. Honestly, that's the only video I've heard. I haven't heard a statement from Cash App saying anything or a press release. So at this stage, we just have to contact Cash App and find out what's going on.
Okay.
Because I was gonna share that for other people. Beware of Cash App, and I said, well, I don't know what. It seemed like she was doing a different transaction with Cash App.
All right.
All right. Okay. Ahmed, you got your clock and calendar from Ahanu. All right, much appreciated. Enjoy your clock and calendar, Ahmed. Okay, so since that's the case, we'll go to Holy Tablets. We left off on page 837. This is chapter 9, tablet. Oh, as also, I'm going to find out in the next couple of days, the lady who's supposed to set everything up for the Holy Tablets, she had a meeting yesterday. So they'll be putting a quote together. So I just want to keep everybody abreast of it, that it's in process. The only thing is for the printer to get the paper, and they've got some, but we told her about 100. So we got 14 here. I'm looking at, depending on what the price is, I'm looking at doing make sure Antonio Aguabana gets the link. In Puerto Rico. Once they get that, so we got 14 on here right now. So if we do 100 divided by 14, so that's about 7 tablets per person. I figured the amount should be fairly good. I want to do a dozen. Just for our house, I want to have at least a dozen. You know, one to carry around with, one study, you know, one for the automobile. So we'll find out what the amount is, like if we do bulk, if we do 200 books, how much that would be. So once we know for certain, then we'll let everybody know what the unit cost is and how we'll do it and have everything shipped. Sa?
I put a question in the chat for Vitamin.
Pardon?
I put a question in the chat.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna entertain that question. That was already dealt with. I'm done with the whole situation with the Anacaona and all that. Everything has already been laid out. Understand?
No, but all right.
Pardon?
All right.
Much appreciated. Where are we at here? H97. Oh, 837. That's why. Gan Moya Suta. Okay, so we left off at tablet 10. Cadman's remarkable last words. He predicts the flood. He exhorts his offering. He predicts the flood. He exhorts his offering to good. He reveals certain mysteries of life. 19 times 3 equals 57. Lo, it was written that when our father Cadman saw that his end was near at age 230, being given an extension from 120 to 130, and then because of the murder of Abel by Cain and the necessity for a replacement, there was given a further extension to 230 years. So he called his son Seth, who came to him in the cave of treasures at age 100. And he said unto him, when I was 10 past the appointed 120 years, that being 130, I knew my time was nearing. Yet my name will live on to 930 years. O Seth, my son, bring me your children and your children's children, that I may shed my blessing on them. Is she all right? What? Huh? Okay. Wah, wah. When Seth heard these words from his father Cadman, he went from him, shed a flood of tears.